Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Thanks for stopping by. Just wanted to do a little recap of Michigan versus Texas Tech. If you stayed up last night like I did, it was a little disappointing. But when I think about it in retrospective, I shouldn't really be surprised. Michigan's had struggles offensively against good defenses, right? They've had droughts where they go, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes without scoring a basket. Well, now they played a really good defense, one of the top three. What happened? Michigan just had no offensive flow. They just couldn't do anything. You got to give credit to Texas Tech. Their defense was swarming. Even simple passes out in front of the three-point line were contested. They forced Michigan into 14 turnovers, 9 in the first half, when it was really still a tight game. And Texas Tech they earned it. You know what? People might say, oh, Michigan this, Michigan that. You know what? We got beat. That is, Texas Tech was a better team last night. Maybe they're a better team overall. I don't know. That's what you actually have when you have a playoff. You get to see who actually is a better team, at least if you play each other. Now, like I said, no offense, right? 9 first half turnovers, ended up being down by 8 at halftime. Then, second half, come out, just get blitzed. All of a sudden, our defense stopped. And that's been kind of a trend for Michigan in the second half. Even when they've played really good first halves of defense, the second half, a lot of those games, they give up 30 to 40 points. I guess that's just the point, that it takes a lot of effort to play really good defense for 40 minutes. A lot of those games, Michigan was up comfortably, so you just kind of exchanged baskets back and forth. But, Michigan's defense was not as good in the second half either. Now, looking at the stats, shot 33% from the game, 0 of 18 from the 3 when it mattered. I know Baird, I don't know exactly how you say his name, he hit the three-pointer, and me and my brother were watching, we actually kind of hoped that he would miss it. Because, it would be a much better stat to be 0 of 19 instead of 1 of 19. But with the starters in there, Michigan was 0 of 18 from 3. 0 of 18. And they had some good looks, wide open looks sometimes, and the ball just did not want to go in. I don't get it, but it is what it is. And so that's just how it went. And you know what? Those threes started going in a little bit more for Texas Tech. They hit 6 of them. They only shot 30-some% from three-point range too, but that's 18 extra points they got from threes, and they won by 20-some points. So there you go. Michigan just could not hit any three. Then you look at another stat. Simpson, 0 of 5, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 4 turnovers. Our floor general kept trying to do those little baby hooks and could not get any of that to work. And he didn't try any pull or set shots for 3 at all. He didn't shoot any of those. You have Iggy. He led the way with points, but it took him 16 shots to get those. I think 15 points, maybe 17 points, but it took him 16 shots to get those. And then Matthews was 3 of 9 shooting. Just when you have your offensive stars done doing nothing, it's just not going to work, and it just didn't. Texas Tech, give credit, Culver, 22 points. We knew he was going to score points, right? So you had to shut down the other people. You still had Morales and Mooney. Morales with 15, or Mortis, I might be saying the wrong name, sorry. 15 points, and Mooney, 10 points. There's 25 points right there from their starters. Michigan did not have that at all. No, I'm not going to sit here and wallow and say, oh, what a waste of a season. You know what? Basically, there's only 4 teams that find the season worthwhile. The teams that cut down the nets, put up a little Final Four banner. At least they got something to put up. I guess Michigan probably will put up a little number, 2018, 2019, for making the Sweet 16. Cool, okay. But you know what? There's ultimately only one team that's really happy. Okay. Michigan didn't win? Okay. So, what are my feelings about the season in retrospect? I think Michigan really started out on fire, right? If you didn't know, Michigan played in Europe. They had a bonding trip, basically. Beeline was out. He had his heart surgery. But the team still went to Europe, and they really gelled and clicked. And so they came back in October and November, and they were all in, mid-season form. And they took care of You know, the good teams like Villanova and North Carolina, they just took them out because Michigan was in a good groove. Those other teams were still kind of working through things. That's my opinion. But possibly they grew more tired because you know what? They only had a 6-man team, really. 6-man. Hardly anyone played besides Livers off the bench. Brooks a little bit. But that's it. It's going to be really hard to play 30-some games and only have a 6-man team, really. And maybe that played a little bit into it. Don't know. So, next question. Do I consider the season a success? Yeah, of course. They won 30 games. They had a 17-game winning streak to start the season. Is it how I wanted it to end? Of course not. But you know what? As a fan, I want them to win like the title and the Big Ten title and the Big Ten tournament every year. That's not realistic. So, did I enjoy watching it? Yeah, it was fun. Second question. Well, first, do you have any thoughts on the season? Second question. Who do you think, what's going to happen next? Who's going to stay and go? I mean, it looks like Charles Matthews was kind of crying on the bench, realizing his career at Michigan was over. He did senior night, so I'm thinking he's not coming back. Do you think anyone else goes pro? Teske. I think Teske is actually the most likely player who could go pro. He played really good defense. He can play defense around the court, like all the way out to the three-point line. He's got good feet. But again, he has no post game, and his three-point shooting is kind of suspect. So I don't know. If anyone would go pro, I could see it be him. But what do you think about Iggy? I just think he drives really good offensively, but he can't pass the ball. Poole, he's just like holding off ball of fire sometimes. He just looks like he's so out of control. But do you guys think any of those guys go? What about transfers too? I heard like maybe Livers wasn't happy coming off the bench, and like maybe he'll transfer. Maybe I don't know. But next year he'll be a starter, so I don't know. Hey, just another Michigan season conclusion. Didn't it go the way that I think most Michigan fans were hoping? But it is what it is. Hey, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Thoughts about the season? What do any players leaving early? What do you think is going to happen for the team next year? It looks like it should be a pretty good team if you only lose Matthews and everyone else comes back. You're looking at a pretty good team with hopefully more depth. Hey, appreciate you guys watching, especially all season long as I did these little videos every now and again. And I'll see you next time. Oh, if you like this video, subscribe. I always appreciate those. My new subscribers, thank you. And as always, I'll see you next time. Go Blue!